Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So Moscow Police Department, they released a little press release here. So let me read it to you. Moscow police are asking for the community's help. Detectives are interested in speaking with the occupants of a white 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra with an unknown license plate. Tips and leads have led investigators to look for additional information about a vehicle being in the immediate area of the King Street residence during the early morning hours of November 13th. Investigators believe the occupant of this vehicle may have critical information to share regarding this case. If you know of or own a vehicle matching this description, or know of anyone who may have been driving this vehicle on the days preceding or the day of the murders, please forward that information to the tip line. Information can be submitted tip line 208-883-7180, email tipline at ci.moscow.id.us. Then there's a digital media link. Your information, whether you believe it is significant or not, might be the piece of the puzzle that helps investigators solve these murders. The below photos are stock images of a 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra and are not the actual vehicle. At this time, no suspect has been identified, and only vetted information that does not hinder the investigation will be released to the public. We encourage referencing official releases for accurate information and updated progress. All press releases and information related to this case are available at, and there's a link. I'll put the links in the description. Okay, so now I'm going to play you the body cam footage from that night that the cops were called for another incident, some alcohol related incident. So you could actually see in the distance the house that the girls lived at, that it all happened. So, and it was around the same time that it happened. Well, that they think that it happened. So I'm not sure if that's where they saw the Hyundai Elantra. So first I'm going to play a news clip from News Nation talking about this and playing the footage, at least some of it, like a minute. And then I'm going to just play that part and kind of like slow it down and see what we can make out.
Caitlin, I'm sure it wasn't lost on you that there is now a trove of 20 minutes worth of video that, it's body cam, so it sweeps pretty wildly. But you and I both know from a forensic and pragmatic approach to crime solving, that is like manna from heaven. They can still frame every moment of that video and see absolutely everything in the background. What do you assume they're going to be looking for?
I think they're going to be looking for people walking around, headlights, cars, people on bikes, any noises, because there is audio, anything flicking on in and out of houses, anything in the background that might lead them to a vehicle, a body type, anything like that could be crucial in breaking open this investigation. And as you said, they have 20 minutes of this from two different angles. This really is a trove of information that could possibly change the trajectory of this investigation. And, we at Daily Mail posted some photos not too long ago, exclusive photos of the second floor into the house. And I think that does something similar. The purpose of releasing these things are so that not only the investigators, but the people who are from that area, know that area, been in that house, have been in this park, could look at something and say, that doesn't look right, that piques my interest, and contact investigators. The public's viewing of these things is integral to solving this case.
Well, I would be looking for headlights that are moving around. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It is not a normal time for loads of traffic. So any headlights that are moving in a certain direction may have come from a direction where there would be other cameras. I would be, without question, scouring. I'd be blowing up every single inch of that to see if there's a shadowy figure moving in a certain direction. Again, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
And how are they moving? Out on the street. How are they moving?
Exactly.
How are the cars driving? Is it oddly slow? Is it really fast? Are they running? Do they look suspicious? Do they look like they're hiding from something? Are they moving swiftly?
Right.
Do they discard something? These could all be really important points.
Huge. Not only that, but how about all those lights that are on in the buildings that are surrounding campus? If you've interviewed somebody already who said, I was dead asleep at that time, and then you can zero in on that room and see that the lights are shining bright, you need a new re-interview. But that is,
exactly.
It may not look like much, but, the kids in the foreground, they may not mean anything at this point. It might have just been some kids being, college kids, but it's the background that could provide so much. Caitlin Becker,
exactly.
Always good to talk to you. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Okay, so before I replay the footage, I just want to kind of show you the area. So here, there looks like they're walking in the field on the body cam. So their house is right here. You can see when you zoom out. I tested it out. It's over here. I zoom down here just to make sure I was seeing it right. It's right here, up here. You could zoom out and you could go right to it right here, but it's blurred out. They have it blurred out. Yeah, it's blurred out. Supposedly this is where Jack S lives in these apartments. Supposedly that's what they said. Okay, so let's go back to about where the body cam. So of course this is Google Google Maps, so I can't like go down right here in this field. So the best bet is not to go up here because they're like somewhere in the field. So the best bet to get the right angle is to go down here and zoom in. Okay, so that's probably about the closest we're gonna get. So you can kind of see. It's a fisheye lens. So it looks, you know how it makes it look like that if you guys are familiar with cameras. So that's this right here. And this is this parking lot right here. So we would probably want to look, yeah, well, right there, back there is where it would be. If you see. But see, I think the killer could have been on foot and walked to the house. But it would be obvious. Okay, so we're looking. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. So we're looking about that. I think this. I'm trying to put this into perspective. So this is the first. This building has to be right here. So this is right there. And then it'd be like back here. This light. So there was a light right here. Okay. So it's anywhere like around here. Back there. So we're gonna slow it down in the editor here. And zoom in. Let's do that. This is what we're looking at. Right back there, okay. So this is slow down. So it's gonna be like right here. Is where we need. Right there. It does actually, that is a car light, is it? It is, because it's gone now. There was. Okay, hold on. Let me do something here. Let's look at hold on, let's see what roads they would have had to take. Hold on a second. Like where the car could have been. So yeah, dude, that car could have up this way. This way. Could have been any of these. Wow. And yeah, let's I'm gonna go right here. Let's zoom in here. Okay, so I'm gonna just play this again. But I am gonna zoom in, guys, in that area now that we've seen. It's about this area. Let's see what we can make out. I don't know if it'd be better to do it black or not. Okay, so we're looking right here. I think that's a car light. I do. It has to be. There is a freaking car. So there's 20 minutes and we need to get the other one because where does this car go? Are they able to see more? They said there's different angles. Oh my God, this is at 3:01 a.m. I believe. Yeah, it's not. It's definitely a car light because it's gone now. So hold on, I just want to show you at the time. It says 3:01 a.m. is when that incident happened. So if it's 20 minutes long, that means that they caught from 3:01 to what? 3:21? All right, I'm going to play it again, regular. I mean, in slow motion. And then I'm going to zoom in again. Play it a couple different ways for you guys to look here, okay? So remember, you want to look. So remember, you guys want to look. Right here. Okay? So remember, this is right here. This is right here. This, it's around this area. That's the car. It looks, it could be like, because this is their house right here, that top layer. So that's a car that definitely, well, let's think though. Hold on. That car is probably like right here. Yeah. Okay. So that car is on this part right here, which is, because look, I'll show you what I mean. That car has to be right here. Okay. Because there's a house right there in between. So that car, if you're able to see the lights, which, let's see where that's at. No, yeah, it's probably right here. Yeah, because it's right here. I think it'd be on this road. Yeah, that would be right. I'm guessing that car is right here that we're seeing. On this. Right here. Don't you think? Because it would be right here. Yeah. See what I mean? This right here. I think that's what I would guess. It's right here. Yeah, it's behind here. Right here. It's gotta be, yeah. It's more because it's like right there. It's like right here. Yeah. So yeah, it definitely could be from the house. Pulling up. Either pulling up and then it pulls up or leaving. Ow. Alright, well, like I said, I'm going to play it a couple more times here. Alright, let me know what you guys think. And then I'm going to play a part where I read through some of the website from law enforcement after that. Okay, here you go. Okay, so here is a page that has pretty much all the information you'll need pertaining to this case. So this is basically what I just read on the press release. Your stock images, okay. Okay, let me play this.
Describe what is happening at the residence tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, me and my command team and other individuals will be going in to box up personal belongings of the people that live there. And we're going to be getting those items back to the families. It's time for us to get those things back that really mean something to those families and hopefully to help with some of their healing.
Why do you personally want to be involved in collecting these possessions?
We have a lot of investigators investigating, and I'm not tied into the investigation side of it where I'm physically interviewing people, and it's important to me. It's important for us as a department to go in and take care of the families and get the items for them so that they can have some of those back and some of those memories back that are fond memories. And I'm a dad. I understand the meaning behind some of those things. It may be something that we gave one of our children or something, and we're just trying to bring some of that healing.
As people learn about this stage of the investigation, what do you want to say about where you're at with the investigation?
We're at that point in the investigation where we're still gathering information, we're still gathering tips, we're still gathering evidence, we're still doing everything we need to do. But there also comes a point in time when the family needs to have those belongings back, the ones that we can get them back. They've asked for some of those things back, so we're ready to take care of that for them.
Okay, so let's go through. I'm probably not going to read all of this because a lot of it's just kind of stuff we've been over a bunch, but I am going to read parts of some of this. So we have the summary, they have questions. Okay, let's see. So it does say detectives believe that on November 12th, the two surviving roommates had also been out in the Moscow community separately, but returned home by 1 a.m. on November 13th. The two did not wake up until later that morning. It does say on November 13th, the surviving roommates summoned friends to the residence because they believe one of the second floor victims, which would be second floor would either be Xana or Ethan, had passed out and was not waking up. At 11:58 a.m., a 911 call requested aid for an unconscious person. The call was made from one of the surviving roommates' cell phones inside the residence. Multiple people talked with the 911 dispatcher before Moscow police arrived at the location. Officers entered the residence and found two victims on the second floor and two victims on the third floor. Autopsies were conducted on November 17th. The Latah County coroner confirmed the identity of the four murdered individuals and their cause and manner of death as homicide by stabbing. The coroner stated that the four victims were likely asleep. Some had defensive wounds, and each was stabbed multiple times. There were no sign of SA. Okay, so it talks about all the people basically working the case. You have police department, 6 detectives, 5 support staff, FBI, 46 investigators located in Moscow and throughout the United States, 2 behavior analysis unit investigators, Idaho State Police, 13 investigators in Moscow, 15 uniformed troopers assisting with community patrols, communications team, ISP, forensic services, frequently asked questions, rumor control. There has been extensive media interest regarding an incident at Taylor Avenue in Banfield on November 13th, 2022 at 3:01 a.m. The incident was an alcohol offense which was addressed by the on-scene officer. This call is not related to the murder investigations. For further details regarding this incident, a Moscow Police Department public records request can be submitted referencing incident number 22MO9896. We have not changed our beliefs that the murders were a targeted attack. However, investigators have not concluded if the target was the residence or its occupants. There have been media questions about a September 12, 2022 incident regarding an argument between a group of people walking on the University of Idaho bike path and a cyclist. It has been reported that during the confrontation, the cyclist displayed a folding knife. Both parties dispersed and there were no injuries. The cyclist turned himself in to the police. The case was investigated and misdemeanor charges were referred to the Moscow City Attorney's Office. There is no connection between the individual involved in this incident and the current murder investigations. There have been media questions regarding February 2022 death on Baker Street. The Latah County's coroner's office has confirmed the death was due to an overdose. This case is not related to the ongoing murder investigation. There have been online reports of a red Mustang on South Deacon Street being processed as part of the murder investigation. This information is not accurate, and the vehicle is not connected to this incident. The identity of the 911 caller has not been released. There have been numerous media inquiries about a 1999 double stabbing in Pullman, Washington, and the 2021 double stabbing with one death in Salem, Oregon. While these cases share similarities with the King Street homicides, there does not appear to be any evidence to support the cases are related. Detectives are aware of a Latah County Sheriff's Office incident of the report of a skinned dog, but do not believe there is any evidence to support it is related to this incident. Contact Latah County Sheriff's Office for further details. Detectives are also aware of a Moscow police incident of the report of deceased animals left on a resident's property. This was determined to be wildlife activity and not related to the murders. Online reports of the victims being tied and gagged are not accurate. Then you have additional investigation information. Detectives are aware of a 6th person listed on the lease at the residence. They have spoken to this individual and confirmed they moved out prior to the start of the school year and were not present at the time of the incident. Detectives do not believe this person has any involvement in the murders. I'm going to skip some of this stuff. As a part of the ongoing homicide investigation and original search warrant, detectives relocated 5 vehicles from within the police perimeter to a more secure long-term storage location to continue processing evidence. Currently, no suspects are in custody and no weapon has been located. On the night of the incident, officers located a dog at the residence. The dog was unharmed, turned over to Animal Services, and later released to a responsible party. Local businesses were contacted to determine if a fixed-blade knife had been recently purchased. Detectives seized the contents of 3 dumpsters on King Road to locate possible evidence. Government Brad Little directed up to $1 million in state emergency funds for the investigation. Okay, did Kaylee have a stalker? Using tips and leads, investigators have identified an incident involving Kaylee at a local business, which may have been the stalker reference she made to friends and family. In October, 2 males were seen inside a local business. They parted ways and one male appeared to follow Kaylee inside the business, and as she exited to walk toward her car, the male turned away and it did not appear he made any contact with her. Detectives contacted both males and learned the 2 were attempting to meet women at the business. This was corroborated through additional investigation. Based on available information, detectives believe this was an isolated incident and not an ongoing pattern of stalking. No evidence suggests the 2 males were involved in the murders. Investigators continue looking into information about Kaylee having a stalker. Information about a potential stalker or unusual occurrences should go through the tip line. Is the public in danger? Anytime there's a crime against a person, there is a potential danger to the general public. However, detectives believe these murders were targeted. As always, stay vigilant and look out for one another. We have clarified comments made by Latah County Prosecutor Thompson, who said the suspect specifically looked at this residence and that 1 or more of the occupants were undoubtedly targeted. We remain consistent in our belief that this was indeed a targeted attack, but have not concluded if the target was the residents or its occupants. Are there any suspects? At this time, there are no named suspects, no arrest, and no weapon has been found. Who is not believed to be involved? 2 surviving roommates, male in the grub truck surveillance video, private party driver who took Kaylee and Madison home on November 13th. The male Kaylee and Madison called numerous times during the early morning hours of November 13th. Any individual at the residence when 911 was called. The individual on the lease who moved out of the residence before the school year started and was not present at the time of the incident. The male or his friend who was thought to be a possible stalker and followed Kaylee into the parking lot of a local business in October of 2021. Now remember, that doesn't mean these people are cleared. Like, I watched some different interviews with like law enforcement, retired law enforcement people, and just people that have experience in this stuff, and said just because even if they do clear somebody at the beginning, it could change as the investigation continues and progresses. So somebody could be cleared at first and then they could find out something new and then they're not anymore. So that doesn't mean anything. Who and what information can I trust? So just, they're saying official releases, City of Moscow releases, or Moscow Police Department Facebook. Who made the call to 911? Still saying just that the surviving roommates summoned friends to the residence because they believed one of the second floor victims has passed out and it was not waking up at 11:58. A 911 call requested aid for an unconscious person. The call was made from one of the surviving roommates' cell phones inside the residence. multiple people talked with the dispatcher. Okay, so that's all I'm going to read of it. I'll leave the link in the description if you guys want to go through the website. Have a good day, everybody. I'm working on a couple other pre-recorded videos too, just to condense some of the stuff I've been covered in my lives because people have been requesting it because a lot of people don't have time to watch my long lives. So I'm going to try to condense some of the stuff I covered in my last live. So look for that, and everybody have a good night. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Bye.
You've been a bad boy. Oh my god, it's 9:10. Guys, can anybody drop me to class? I'm fucking late for my meeting. I'm supposed to be there 10 minutes ago. Did anybody do their chores today? Fuck, I'm just gonna do it. Oh, shit, you guys. It's 8. Gotta go. Jake's calling. Oh, Jake's calling. Oh my god, I look horrid. Get out of here. You seriously gotta get out of here. You're fucking stinking this shit out. Hey guys, I know I talk about myself a lot, but like, what would you guys do in my situation? Dana, where are you going? Yeah, I gotta go to the pool. Yeah, I failed 2 of them already. Is there do like a wine night? Like, let's just do a wine night.
Yo, is it okay if I have a party? Like, just 3 or 4 people at most.
God, it smells like dirty dick in here. Murphy, you've been a bad boy. Oh my god, it's 9:10. Guys, can anybody drop me to class? I'm fucking late for my meeting. I'm supposed to be there 10 minutes ago. Did anybody do their chores today? Fuck, I'm just gonna do it. Oh, shit, you guys. It's 8. Gotta go. Jake's calling. Oh, Jake's calling. Oh my god, I look horrid. Get out of here. You seriously gotta get out of here. You're fucking stinking this shit out. Hey guys, I know I talk about myself a lot, but like, what would you guys do in my situation? Dana, where are you going? Yeah, I gotta go to the pool. Yeah, I failed 2 of them already. Is there do like a wine night? Like, let's just do a wine night.
Yo, is it okay if I have a party? Like, just 3 or 4 people at most.